Within the last 2 hours, supervisors passed the resolution by an 8-3 vote after nearly 5 hours of public comment yesterday, mostly in support. It comes as the Israeli military released this video showing heavy gun battles raging inside Gaza. Today, an IDF spokesperson warned the fighting will continue through 2024. Our Jose Martinez is live in San Francisco with the calls to halt the violence.
Well, Ryan, it's official. San Francisco joins other Bay Area cities like Richmond and Oakland and at least other 60 cities around the country in support of a ceasefire in Gaza.
It's a personal victory for Lara Kizwani, Executive Director of the Arab Resource and Organizing Center, and her 9-month-old baby, Salma.
Grateful for all the supervisors who have championed this issue, who are taking it as a critical matter because they're listening to their constituents. They're listening to the people that are facing hate violence, that are losing loved ones, that are scared for their own safety here in the city.
They were among dozens of people who gathered at City Hall to attend today's voting session.
Thousands of community members are touched by this issue. I myself have lost family members in Gaza. There's not one Palestinian person anywhere that hasn't been touched by the loss of family and loved ones in Gaza.
And you can see how many of them rally here to show support to this resolution, introduced in December by Supervisor Dean Preston, who is Jewish.
This resolution signals to all that our elected officials see us, they hear us, they want to protect us, and they want to take action to end violence, that they are supporting a ceasefire.
The resolution condemns any form of hateful rhetoric and attacks, including anti-Semitism, anti-Palestinian sentiments, Islamophobia, and xenophobia. But not everyone agrees with this resolution.
I was once a state assembly member, and I never aligned myself with the people who are the angriest and the meanest and the ones who had calls for violence and celebrated violence. That was repellent for me. And I think that's what our communities are looking for, is for our elected leaders to have a moral clarity, condemn this violence, and disassociate themselves from it.
In a statement, Supervisor Preston said, "This crisis has directly affected our constituents, and we should be doing everything we can to support and amplify their calls for peace."
To see this city also at the forefront of the movement for Palestinian life, Palestinian dignity, against war, against hatred of all kinds, I think passing this resolution would fit that history of San Francisco, that history of the Bay Area really well.
But what is the real impact of it? Ultimately, this decision holds symbolic significance, highlighting the city's stance on global conflicts, but these local resolutions carry no direct influence on international policies. So other leaders think this isn't the best way of uniting the community.
To see our leaders, our elected officials, calm things down, bring the temperature down. You see very angry people trying to argue for resolutions condemning Israel for just merely defending itself from Hamas terrorists. And yet, why are people speaking up about this international conflict, about the only Jewish country defending its own residents?
But Lara tells me that while the resolution has no legal authority to influence international affairs, its adoption resonates as a civic expression of support for peace efforts.
It's personal to all of us. It should be personal to anybody who cares on being on the right side of history, but it also should be personal to anybody who cares about the future of this world and humanity.
And Lara tells me that this is not over. They hope this resolutions can actually put pressure to the federal government to do the same. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Jose. And it's not just San Francisco. Right now, the Santa Cruz City Council is discussing its own ceasefire resolution. It is similar to other local resolutions, but this one also declares January 2024 to be Peace Month in Santa Cruz.